A $25 band on your wrist and a $30,000 watch on your wrist can track the exact same heartbeat, same sensor technology, same data. One of them just doesn't want you to know that. There are 7 levels to this industry, and once you see the ladder, you'll never look at a watch ad the same way again. Some of these brands you wear to the gym. Some of these brands you wear to a funeral for a king. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which level you're standing on. Let's go. Level 1, the basic tracker, $25 to $50. No screen worth looking at, no app store, just a rubber band with a heart rate sensor and a battery that lasts 2 weeks on a single charge. Steps, sleep, a buzz when your phone rings. That's the whole feature list, and for most people, that's the whole point. This is the gateway drug of wearables. The person here isn't buying tech. They're buying proof they walked today. No subscriptions, no software updates, no learning curve, nothing to charge overnight. And for 90% of what people actually need, it works. This is where almost every smartwatch owner on Earth started, including probably the person who bought that Apple Watch you're wearing right now. Level 2, the budget smartwatch, $100, $180. Now you get a real screen, built-in GPS, and a fitness coach that talks back. Brands like Amazfit and Huawei built entire empires here by doing 80% of what Apple does for a fifth of the price. Heart rate zones, sleep stages, dozens of workout modes, week-long battery life, even blood oxygen tracking on some models. The catch? No real app ecosystem. No third-party developers building for it. You can't open Spotify. You can't run a custom app. It's a great watch. It's a limited computer. Quick gut check. Comment 1 if you own one of these right now, because I guarantee half of you do and didn't even know there was a level above you. Level 3, the mainstream smartwatch. $250, $300. Apple Watch SE, Samsung Galaxy Watch. This is where the watch quietly stops being a watch and becomes a phone on your wrist. ECG readings, fall detection, cellular options so you can leave your phone at home entirely, an app store with millions of downloads behind it. This level isn't about fitness anymore. It's about never touching your phone again. Text, call, pay, navigate, unlock your car, all from your wrist, all without pulling a 6-inch slab of glass out of your pocket. This is also the level where the watch starts making decisions about your health before you do, flagging an irregular heartbeat before you've even felt a symptom. If this is news to you, subscribe now because a level 5 is where things get insane. Level 4, the flagship. $400, $1,000. Apple Watch Ultra. Garmin Fenix 8, titanium cases, sapphire crystal, 29-day battery life, military-grade GPS. Accurate enough that search and rescue teams actually use these devices in the field, not as a novelty, as equipment they stake a rescue mission on. This is where the buyer stops being someone who exercises and becomes an athlete who needs the device to survive conditions the athlete can barely survive. Freezing summits, open water, multi-day ultramarathons through terrain with zero cell signal. The watch isn't tracking a workout anymore. It's tracking a survival situation. And in some documented cases, these devices have called for help when the person couldn't. Here's the pattern interrupt worth pausing on. Everything up to this point was still, technically, a gadget. Level 5 is where that stops being true. Level 5, the performance luxury watch. $1,800, 25. The Garmin Mark line. Grade 5 titanium, DLC coating, built for professional sailors and adventurers. The Mark captain literally displays tidal data and controls a boat's audio system from your wrist, and the Marquee Aviator is built to the specs a professional pilot actually needs in a cockpit. This is the one most people scroll past without even realizing it exists. There's no marketing budget like Apple's, no mall kiosk, no commercial during the NFL playoffs. This is the last stop before the machine stops looking like a gadget at all and starts looking like an instrument, something a professional would use whether or not anyone was watching. Level 6, the luxury hybrid. $1,050, $3,700. Tag Heuer Connected Caliber E4. Frederic Constant Hybrid Manufacture. This is where Swiss automatic movements sit right next to smart sensors, an actual mechanical heartbeat, ticking, alongside a chip quietly tracking yours underneath the dial. Some of these models even let you swap the smart module out entirely and drop in a fully mechanical movement, so the same case can outlive every software update Apple will ever ship. This is the first level where the watch is designed to be inherited, not upgraded. You don't hand your kid your old Apple Watch in 20 years. It'll be e-waste by then. You hand them this. Drop A if you'd wear one of these to a wedding. Level 7. The Ultra Luxury Hybrid. $10,000 and beyond. Vertu's Grand Watch. Hublot. Louis Vuitton's high jewelry smart pieces. Traditional grand complications. The kind Swiss watchmakers spend a decade of their career mastering before they're even allowed to touch one. Fused with AI health monitoring that can flag things a doctor might miss on a routine visit. At this level, nobody's asking about battery life or step count. They're asking about the maker's name stamped inside the case, the number of pieces made worldwide, and who owned the last one that sold at auction. The technology is almost an afterthought bolted onto centuries of watchmaking heritage. Proof that the brand can do both, even if barely anyone at this price point cares which one they're actually paying for. Here's the truth this whole ladder is hiding. Every single level, from the $25 band to the $10,000 plus case, tracks the exact same heartbeat. The sensor technology barely changes. What changes is everything around it. What you're actually paying for, level by level, is a shift, from function to convenience to survival to performance to heritage to status. By level 7, the smart part of the smartwatch is basically a footnote. You're not buying a device anymore. You're buying a name. So, which level are you actually wearing right now? Comment your level below. I want to see how many of you are sitting on a level 6 or 7 and didn't even say anything in the group chat. And if you're still on level tier 1 or 2, no shame. You're the only one in this whole video who's not paying for a story. Subscribe before you go. I break down what you're actually paying for, one industry at a time. New level drops next week.